glasses after I start. Nervous tick, I guess. Not gonna itch. Anyways.
Yeah. Take 2. Sorry about that. Mic wasn't working and I was just getting recorded from the computer's mic, so hopefully this one will go better. The season finale of Resident Alien was awesome. Mostly. Right up front, I had a big disappointment. Throughout the show, they kept having these interviews with people who had seen unexplained phenomena in the sky. And although it culminates in Deputy Eve being one of the ones interviewed at the end, they really have nothing to do with the rest of the plot. It's not like they're foreshadowing anything. And it took away from the pacing of the episode. But other than that, it was a great season ender where Harry my other cat, Taz, is coming by for a visit. Stop that. Hi. No. Yeah, I love you too. Anyways, in the minor subplot of the episode, Eve finds out that the alien hunter's body has been found in a car crash in an SUV. Except she knows he doesn't drive an SUV. And the SUV that he does drive has been found abandoned on the street. And she steals it and hides it in her garage. And then 2 police officers show up from a neighboring area. And they say they've had a report of a stolen vehicle in her garage. And they want to check the garage. And when they open it, what happens? It's not there. The sheriff and her husband are there playing cards. After the police leave, the sheriff reveals he knows they're not from the police station they said they were because he gave them a slight test. You know, the old, hey, say hi to so-and-so for me. And they said, you sure will. That person doesn't exist. And he had looked at the footage from the bank, which showed the car being driven past at 1 a.m., which was 3 hours before the man was 3 hours after the man's supposed to have died. So he knows something's up too, and they're going to team up with her husband, who's moved the truck to the reservation, so it can't be found. And they're going to find out what's going on here. Now, meanwhile, Harry has been contacted by the Greys. They have made a deal with his people. They're going to his people. They don't want to kill all the humans on the planet anymore. They're just going to live their own life and let the Greys have Earth to do what they want with it. And they have set up an escape pod for Harry and the alien baby to get back to their home planet. So Harry goes around making really bad attempts at saying goodbye to like Max and leaving a very bizarre, as only Harry does, message to Asta. And now he still has the alien hunter's son with him. And he gives him the alien ball that his child had taken with them when they escaped from the facility. Now, he gives that to the alien hunter's son and says it will protect him. He can't access any of the energy in it, but it will keep him alive if he suffers any harm. And he sets off to go to the escape pod when he has a sudden change of heart. He realizes, because he's been going to think that he's failed. It's obvious he's going to fail again. Otherwise, why would Goliath have notified him of all this? It's obvious he is going to fail. And then he realizes, no, things have changed. Because one of the things Goliath had done was killed the military colonel, Linda Hamilton's character. And Harry didn't, thereby changing things. So, Harry sends his son off. And then he returns to his cabin, reunites with Asta. But fortunately, Darcy has discovered the evidence they had hidden. And she confronts Asta with the evidence that the actual Harry had killed the previous doctor. And they're having a huge fight. And Darcy she realizes she's been lied to all this time. And so Harry reveals himself. And when she sees he's an alien, she's perfectly okay with it. Ow. He's rambunctious. And she goes, oh, now everything makes sense. Now, one of the things that has happened is that Harry does have the downloaded information from the facility, but it's encrypted. And if it's accessed, they'll be able to pinpoint where that person is. Harry realizes this and knows he's going to need help to defeat the Greys, so he downloads it to his laptop, which causes the army to show up, and he surrenders, although complaining that he had left the door unlocked and they kicked it in anyways. And they take him to a new facility, and he and the colonel go together down into the major part of the facility. And so next season, it looks like they're going to be teaming up to defeat the Greys. A couple other things happen. They were hiring a new deputy, and it just turns out to be the disguised Grey that had contacted Harry. And, as I'd suspected, but... Ow! Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, something I had suspected but wasn't sure about. Turns out the mayor's sleepwalking is actually him being abducted by an alien since he was a child. And he and the alien hunter's son are both abducted. And it turns out his wife had been abducted, and that explains why the mayor's wife's pregnancy disappeared, and they thought it was just a false positive on the pregnancy test because they show him his baby. And that's where the episode ends. All in all, really good season finale. Looking forward to next season. Really did not like the whole interview thing with people. I think they were actually real people who had seen UFOs because they're all listed in the credits as himself, herself. So, but other than that, shows are really kicking into high gear now, and I'm looking forward to next season. Well, that's all I have time for tonight. See you next time. Oh, please hit like, share, and subscribe.